Hello students, we shall continue the chapter that we have discussed the first part of the lesson, that is lesson 8, the lumber room. So we shall start the second part of the chapter. Hope you are remembering the story of Nicholas, a very interesting boy. Okay, so you can take page number 106. The second paragraph of the chapter. So his boy cousin and girl cousin and his quiet, uninteresting younger brother were to be taken to Jagabor Sands that afternoon, and he was to stay at home. His cousin's aunt, who insisted in styling herself, his aunt also had hastily invented the Jagabor prediction in order to impress on Nicholas the delights that he had justly fortified by his disgraceful content that at the breakfast table. It was her habit, whenever one of the children fell from grace, to improvise something of a festival nature from which the offender would be rigorously debarred. If all the children sinned collectively, they were suddenly informed a circus of a neighboring town, a circus of unrivaled merit, to which, but for their depravity, they would have been taken that very day. So, there are a few difficult words are here. I will tell first that the meaning of those words. Okay. So, hastily meaning urgency, or we can say fast. Prediction. What is the meaning of prediction? An organized journey. Prediction. So, where they were going for an organized journey to the sand at Jagabor. Okay, it's a particular place, a picnic spot. Now, fortified. What is the meaning of that? Lost the right to do something. Forfeited. Okay, that's the meaning. Lost the right to do something. Forfeited. Okay. Improvise, I-M-P-R-O-V-I-S-E. What's the meaning of that? Make up quickly. Make up something quickly. Improvise, make up something quickly. That's the meaning. And rigorously debarred. Rigorously debarred means strictly not allowed. Strictly not allowed. Depravity. The meaning of depravity is sinfulness. Okay, so that's the meaning of sinfulness. So I will explain the explanation of this particular paragraph I can give you right now. Okay, so Nicholas' cousin aunt, who had found a new place, Jagabor, in urgency. Why she was so urgent? Because Nicholas fell in disgrace and she was supposed to punish him. So, in order to impress Nicholas because of his act, what was the act he had done? You remember in the previous class we have discussed. He had taken a frog from the garden and put it in the breakfast, making a fun of others. Okay, that is the that is the mistake he had done. Okay. So he would be remaining at home, whereas others will go out. It was the aunt's habit of punishing children who misbehaved during the breakfast time. She would insult the child by taking other children for an outing. So Nicholas was left alone at home, and all the other cousins, the particular cousin, one who was not interested, also he was taken for the picnic, but Nicholas was left alone and he was punished by the aunt, okay, who was a strict lady. If all the children did something, So, it is the paragraph, the last paragraph, it says that if all the children sinned collectively, if all the children had made something wrong together, what she would do? She had a character of punishing the child. Okay, so if they had done, all the children have done something together, then what she do? She would tell that there is a circus in the neighboring village, but since all of you had made a mistake, so you will not be deprived of it. So she would be, we can tell the particular character of the aunt. Okay, she was a strict lady and she had a character of punishing the children and leaving that particular person who was deprived of the going out, and that particular person she will leave at home and taking the other children for a picnic. And if the children collectively, if they together they will make a mistake, what she had the character of doing, she would tell that the nearby places there was a circus going on and you all have done the mistake, so I will not be taking all of you. That is what she used to do. So the next line, a few decent tears were looked for on the part of Nicholas, where the moment of departure of the expedition arrived. As a matter of fact, however, all the crying was done by his girl cousin, who scraped her knee rather painfully against the steps of the carriage as she was scrambling. So what happened here? A few drops of tears come out of Nicola's eyes. Were it true that he was sad? No, he was not at all sad. A few drops of tears came out. I don't know why the drop of tears came out from Nicola's eyes. So he is a very clever boy. Eyes when everyone departing for the outing. But however, it was his girl cousin who was doing all the crying. Why his girl cousin she was doing all the crying? Because she had hit her knee on the steps of the carriage. So while he was going for the trip, the girl cousin had fell down and hit his knee on the carriage. Nicholas was happy. Nicholas was happy and imitated how she was crying. So Nicholas was happy extremely, though he was not taken to the expedition at San Jacobo. And while all were departing, the girl cousin, her knee was hurt, and while she was crying, and what Nicholas was doing, Nicholas was imitating how she was crying. Children were not happy as they were going. So some of the children also were not happy to go for the expedition. But the aunt has told they were supposed to leave for the sand at Jacobo. Okay. The next line. How she did howl, said Nicholas cheerfully, as the party drove off without any of the high spirits that she had characterized it. So Nicholas was imitating how she cried, the girl cousin, how she cried, and he was imitating her, and without any of the high spirit that they should be characterized. He has characterized it very well. She'll soon get over that, said the self-styled aunt, who told that she will be get ready. She will be well again. There will not be much pain, and she will be well all right. It will be glorious afternoon for racing about over those beautiful sands. How they will enjoy themselves. Who told this? The aunt. So what the aunt told that? The aunt said that she will be all right, and all will be happy at the sand. She told to make Nicholas sad. She told that all the children will be happy, though The girl cousin's knee were hurt, but that also will be alright. She will be get well, and while she will be moving on the sand, she will be much better. And they will run about in the sand. She told that they will be running about in the sand and they will forget all the pain. Enjoy running, Nicholas said. The next line it is saying that Bobby won't enjoy himself much and he won't race much either, said Nicholas with a grim chuckle. His boots are hurting him. They are too tight. Grim means furious. Furious means laugh in a surprised manner. Okay, chuckling. Okay, a suppressed manner. We tease others, no? So chuckle means laugh in a suppressed manner. Teasing others, we can say that way. Okay. So what he said, Nicholas said, Bobby will not be enjoying there because the aunt. Nicholas said that Bobby won't be enjoying running because his foot was tight for him. What Nicholas said to the aunt, the Bobby, the particular cousin, will not be enjoying in the sand because his boot, his chappal, was tight for him. The aunt asked them, why didn't he tell me? The aunt asked, why didn't then he did not tell me? He told you twice, but you weren't listening. You often don't listen when we tell you important things. What he told, Nicholas told the aunt, is very courageous. He told the aunt that Bobby will not be enjoying. His boot is so tight and he had to change that boot. Otherwise, he will not be enjoying and moving around in the sand. You have to change. So, but he did not tell me anything. The aunt told, Bobby did not tell me anything. He told you twice. Nicholas told aunt, he told you twice, but he will not be listening anything. Whenever we talk important thing to you, aunt will not be listening. That is the answer Nicholas gave. You are not to go to the gooseberry garden, said the aunt, changing the subject. So all of a sudden he changed the subject. So she understood that here she made a mistake. So all of a sudden she changed the topic and took the another subject. But he told to Nicholas, you are not to go to the gooseberry garden, said aunt, changing the subject. You know, gooseberry garden, Avala, we can say in Hindi, no? Okay, garden. Why not? Demanded Nicholas. Why you are telling that you are not allowing me to go to the gooseberry garden? Why? What happened? Because you are in disgrace, said aunt loftily. Because you are in disgrace, you are not allowed to go anywhere. You sit at home, neither in the garden nor at the expedition at sand at Jagobor, nor in the gooseberry garden. So you will be sitting alone at home. That is a punishment. You are in disgrace. Nicholas felt perfectly capable of being in the disgrace and in a gooseberry garden. At the same moment, his face took an expression of considerable obstinacy. It was clear to his aunt that he was determined to get into the gooseberry garden. Only as she marked to herself, because I have told him he is not to. So what is the last paragraph of telling that? Nicholas asked, why not? The aunt replied, because you are misbehaved. That is why you are punished not to go to the gooseberry garden. Nicholas knew how to get into the gooseberry garden, being in disgrace. He was a very stubborn boy, and whatever he decided, he does it. Okay, the aunt knows that he will go to the gooseberry garden by all means. So, and knew that Nicholas was very stubborn boy. Whatever he does, tells, he makes sure that he goes there. So, and was quite a little worried that whether he will go to enter the gooseberry garden or not. Okay, students, we will stop today here, and you go through the chapter once again, the first and second part of the chapter. Read it again, understand the story, very interesting, and you will enjoy reading and learn the word meanings also. Thank you students for listening.